Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, your daily dive into all things Nintendo and friendship. Guys, I have discovered something amazing that I have never seen before. And here I am this week to show Micah the origins of Mii Maker. We are going to be looking at the Nintendo 64 disk drive exclusive Mario Artist Talent Studio. Micah, are you ready to jump in to this chaos?
Yep.
Greetings, fellow Nintendo Pals. It's me, Andorss, one of the hosts of the Nintendo Pals podcast. Hey, Micah, have you heard of and do you know what the Nintendo 64 disk drive is?
Maybe.
Okay, well, the Nintendo 64 disk drive was a disc add-on sold for the Nintendo 64 that ended up not taking off outside of Japan. Instead, they just focused their efforts on their next system. But there were some games exclusive that came to the N64 disk drive, including Animal Forest, which would later be released on GameCube as Animal Crossing, the now Superstar series for Nintendo. But there were some others that maybe you haven't seen before. And one of these is Mario Artist. Now, Mario Artist is a set of 4 games, and we're going to be just looking at one of them today. But because I honestly haven't had the chance to look into the others. But Mario Artist is a sequel of sorts to Mario Paint for the Super Nintendo. And let me tell you that this is so weird. We are going to be watching a long play of this game while I kind of talk about what it is from the N64 Archive YouTube channel. So shout out to them for putting this up because this is relatively hard to find. So with that being said, Micah, are you ready?
I hope so.
All right. Let's switch over here to our watch party scene here. Micah, we'll hit go at the same time here. 3, 2, 1, go.
Was a Yoshi sound at first.
So this game experiments with. I just feel like you have to.
Hair physics. So good.
I want you to experience this on the side while I sort of die. How did I discover this game? This song is being featured in a ton of Nintendo playlists. And I was like, what is this from? I thought it was an Animal Crossing thing with KK Slider that maybe I had missed at some point. Does this not sound like KK Slider?
I can see that, yeah. It's just I could hear that.
You thought maybe you thought it was over with that really long cutscene. No, it's not. And you'll notice that the... Mugglesmoo asks, am I going to make him watch the whole video? No, just enough, I think, Mugglesmoo. Mugglesmoo and I discovered this, or I discovered it and showed it to Mugglesmoo, and we were actually dying laughing at just how bizarre this game is. Because this is how this video starts. And potentially, like, I'm like, what is this? What is this game? What are you doing? Because this is just a cutscene. And I think it will become evident here very shortly. This game.
Oh, look at the arm swinging motion.
This game is a character creator game. It is essentially a game that lets you design 3D models and then put them into little cutscenes and different things. And as Mugglesmoo said, if you think the runway portion is done, you are very wrong. This came on screen, and I was like, what is going on here? I thought maybe it was just showing off some of the tech for the Nintendo 64. It just keeps going. It just keeps going, showing off. These are all, I think, demo characters for this game. So,
Like, is that just Krillin?
think like the Mii channel, but how in Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort, there will just be a bunch of like default characters that are the developers from those games. Okay, guys, I know I'm sitting here a long time on this runway bit, but Micah, we just got to go one more, I think, because this goes on quite a while. But I think you're about to be very, very impressed. Also, you'll notice that the song is changing every single time.
Oh, I got mad. I was like, wow, it really did change. This one's the best.
This character doesn't have a torso. Their legs just go straight up into their chest. It's so funny. So yeah, you can create characters. We'll jump back here to our regular podcast view while Micah kind of watches from the side. Maybe we can jump around a bit here.
Yep.
You're jumping through and creating characters using existing face models. This actually attaches with the Game Boy camera. And you can put your own face on these models. And then once you create your characters, the variety here of like character sizes and design and outfits that you can wear is
Walmart brand Ganondorf right there.
It's kind of staggering. There's a lot. There's a lot of customization, and you can even get down into the customization. I assume at this point you're watching the stream side of things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can change ear shape, thickness, mouth. Like, there's a lot that you can do here. So this is sort of like, this predates by an entire console generation, the Mii Maker, but this, you see the concepts here, right?
Yeah.
Now, once you create your character, you can actually put them into little cutscenes, and there are a lot. And this game has an absolutely slapping soundtrack. Like, it's so good for just the goofiest, weird Nintendo one-off game I think I've ever seen. And I just gotta ask, how do I not know about this? How have I never seen this before yesterday?
It was like a chipmunk in his hat. Maybe it's a bird.
And as
Well,
Muggles
this
and I were
is right
discussing,
up your alley.
right? Right, isn't it? As Muggles Moo and I were discussing yesterday, this like predates motion capture. Look at this guy's dancing. They put a lot of effort.
Fantastic dancing animation.
They put a lot of effort into these animations. I am quite surprised. And they go all over the place here with just random little scenes that you can do. And then you could kind of direct what looked like little movies.
They just punch himself in the head.
And I'm going to play one of these ones here, which looks to be like an automated, like, okay, it grabs random characters and puts them into random scenes. Here we go. Oh no, we missed the best part of this video. So yeah, this game was developed and never left Japan. I'm not sure why. I guess it needed the disc system to be able to function, but Mario artists sort of never went anywhere. We didn't ever end up getting real sequels to any of the to Mario Paint.
On the part of the video I'm watching, they have some poor guy with a comb over. That was one of the options you could give them. That's great. The comb over part moves extra as he walks. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, they go hard on this game. I don't understand why. This whole little video montage thing that we're watching right now, I'm just gonna chalk it up to, like, this is just Japan. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna pretend like I will ever really understand what's happening here. Dude pulls out a clarinet and starts playing the clarinet to these random anime characters. And yeah, listen to our audio listeners. I'm so sorry. This is one of those episodes where you gotta check it out on the video version on YouTube, because this video is bizarre. This game is bizarre. So, looking at this, and as you're looking on the side there, Micah, you can probably see pretty clearly the early makings of what would become the Mii Maker and Mii games in general. Because while I'm watching this, I'm going, there's this silly aspect to these characters and the way they animate them and stuff that is very reminiscent of games like Miitopia and Tamagotchi Life. So
this has even more options than the Mii Maker.
Oh yeah.
Far.
Well, new Mii Maker, I feel like, has a pretty good amount of options with, like, what you can do making things, but that was only in Miitopia. Yeah, it's just like a piece of Nintendo history that I was unaware existed, and it lines up so well with what they ended up doing with character creators in the future. And there's just a lot of this, like, lighthearted silliness that I love, and why I'm a huge fan of the Mii franchise, I guess, and Wii Sports, Wii Party, like, this was the birth of that.
Yeah, I feel like they just had to have all these random dance animations and random animations that they never used for games.
They're like, what are we gonna use this
Let's
for?
put them in this. We'll make this character maker game that just does all these animations.
Yeah. So this is Talent Studio. And so the premise here is that you are creating talent and then signing them up to be actors in your little movie things that you make. Yeah, it's 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 bizarre. It's weird. It's a piece of Nintendo that makes me very happy. I was laughing so hard at all. I watched like this entire long play, and I was just because here's the premise, Micah. Like, go back to where I was saying before. I was kind of all over the place in my explanation here. I was listening to music playlists and going, "Ooh, I really like this song. What's it from? It must be from Animal Crossing." I hear that KK Slider sing-songy voice. And so I look it up and I go, "Oh no, this is from Mario Artist Talent Studio." And I'm like, I've heard of Mario Artist, and I knew that all I knew about it was that it was a sequel to Mario Paint. I didn't realize there were 4 separate games, and I obviously had never seen it before. And so I click into this long play, and I see that catwalk segment that lasts
It's like 30 minutes or something. It's like
it lasts for a good 10 minutes. And it and I just was so confused that I still I'm now like 16 minutes into this video, and I had to look up separately, what is this game? And then it cuts to the character creator, and even still, because it's parts of it are in English, but most of it's Japanese, and so like you're just not going to understand what's going on. So yeah, there you go, sharing a little piece of weird Nintendo history. Mario Artist. I want to play this game so badly, and I would love to have had this and used the features with like taking a picture and seeing what that does. Like, that can't look good. The Game Boy camera could shoot at like 4 megapixels or something like that. It was bad. So I just can't imagine it being good, but it would be very fun to try. Would have eaten this up as a kid. So, there you go. What do you think, Micah? Give us your honest, raw reaction to experiencing this for the first time.
It looks like a game that some people would really enjoy. But man, like you said, those animations were fantastic.
Yeah, weren't they?
They're so good.
The dancing's like it's crazy how good they did with it. I just don't understand why they went so hard. I don't understand.
And I've seen current games that the animation isn't that good.
Yeah. Anywho, this is a little piece of weird Nintendo history. The origins of the Mii Maker. I would say that this is the original Mii Maker. You make a little guy, and
the better Mii Maker.
It honestly is. Let's bring it back. Bring this back, and let's have avatars again. Yeah, let's do it. Nintendo, make it happen. We're spreading the word here. Mario Artist, excellent. Let's bring it back. Micah, where can people find you on the internet as we wrap this episode up?
You can find me on Twitch at Micah Prime.
Yes, and you can find me gallivanting around on the interwebs on Twitch and YouTube at Andorss1. That's Andorss, the number 1. Andorss.
Andorss is a number?
1. Andorss, the number 1. Don't spell out Andorss 1. Andorss, number 1. As me, I am the number 1 Andorss. And this is the number 1 Nintendo Pals podcast on the internet. So follow it on all those podcast listening apps and platforms. Hey, if you're watching over on YouTube, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all the buttons. And let's close out here, Micah, by giving a shout out to our Patreon supporters. We're at patreon.com/NintendoPals, where for as little as $1, you can support the show and be a part of the Patreon Poke Rap. How we end every episode and how we will end this episode with right now.
We gotta rap some Patreon. You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part. Let's get it on. We want to be the best there ever was, and
Retrologic Day, Tim the Nintendo Dash Limb, or Spider-Shan, Solo Something, Mute Dog the Game, Little Miss 7, and Monkey Thunder.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon.
Kid, Fiesta, Third Strongest Mole, Adorable Will, All, and Seth Sturgill, Cosmic, Purple, Yoda, That Fast John, and Mother Plays too.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon. Let's get 150 or more your feet to be a Patreon. Though that is your destiny.
Thank you all so much for listening, and we will talk to you in the next episode. Bye-bye.